We will continue the sum number 3. That is, I gave already some diagrams. So I'll ask to find out that remaining sides of the given angle. So just you have to remember, and we proceed sin A is equal to. I hope you that I gave this one as homework, but we will see now. This is a triangle. This exercise stands for 4.2. So sin 3A, that is opposite by hypotenuse. If I am taking this is angle A, B, C, this is opposite, this is hypotenuse. 5 square minus 3 square, that is 25 minus 9 is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. So this, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, those steps doesn't carry marks. So you have to do straight away. So you must know the Pythagorean triplet number. 5 square is 25. That is 25 minus 9. 3 square is 9. That is 16. 16 square root of 16 is 4. Clear? So the next one you have to find out. Another one value is given cos beta. Cos B is given 12 by 13. It is given minus 12 by 13. I told you already the reason why they are introducing minus sign. But when you mention in the diagram, you don't take negative sign. Clear? So B is given, therefore you take this is BAC. So this is adjacent by hypotenuse. So this is opposite side, this is hypotenuse, this is adjacent. Adjacent is 12, this is. So 13 square is 169, 12 square is 144. 169 minus 144 will give you 25. Square root of 25 is 5. Clear? So you have to memorize or you will go for Pythagoras theorem. This you studied already 9th standard. Clear? So straight away you can, whenever the hypotenuse is given, you please go for squaring the sides and subtract, take square root. When hypotenuse is not given, then you have to square the remaining two sides, add and then you take square root. In that way you can keep it in your mind. Write down the Pythagoras theorem and substitute these values. Those process doesn't carry marks. You can do straight away that answer. Clear? So 13 square is 169. 12 square is 144. Subtract 169 and 144 will get 25. Then you take square root. That is 5. So now I know that all the sides of the right angle triangle for both sin A and cos B. Now I have to find out, remember angle B lies between 180 to 270. That is in third quadrant. In third quadrant, which one is positive? Tan and cot alone positive, others are negative. That's what they mentioned as here as minus sign. Clear? So when you go for finding the remaining sides of the given triangle, don't take minus sign. Clear? That negative is indicate that angle B lies on which quadrant? Third quadrant. It is given already in the question. Clear? So based on, you have to remember the ASTC. Clear? So based on the concept you have to do it now. The question number 1, cos A plus B. Cos A plus B. So what is the formula for cos A plus B? I told you already, if it is cos means you have to write product of the same ratio, then minus of the product of the other ratio. That is cos A, sin A. It is dealt with only in terms of cos and sin. So cos A plus B is equal to cos A cos B. Here plus, therefore minus sin A sin B. Clear? So I know what is cos B already is there, but I have to find out cos A. Cos A is equal to, what is the formula to find cos A? Adjacent by hypotenuse, 4 by 5. That is the value for cos A. Then I have to find out sin B. That is opposite by hypotenuse. What is the opposite side? 5 by 13. The problem now, the B, angle B lies in which quadrant is given in the question? It is lies between 180 to 270. That is in third quadrant. In third quadrant, which one is positive? Tan and cot alone positive. Other ratios are negative. Therefore, you have to take minus sign. So how do you get this minus sign? Because of the angle B. Angle B lies between 180 and 270. In that falls third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan theta and cot theta alone positive. Remaining ratios are negative. Therefore, I am using minus sign. Now I know all the information to find values of cos A plus B. Cos A I found because A is comes in first quadrant in 90, that is 0 to 90, that is first quadrant all are positive. So no need to use negative or negative sign because in first quadrant all the ratios are positive. So cos A, sin A, sin B and cos B, everything I know, just you have to substitute in this information in the formula. Cos A is 4 by 5 into, what is your cos B? Minus 12 by 13. Be careful of introducing the negative sign. Minus, what is your sin A? Sin A is given 3 by 5 into sin B is minus 5 by 13. So better, if it is possible, you have to eliminate. Clear? So what is the possibility? Sin A is 3 by 5, sin B is minus 5 by 13, cos A is 4 by 5, that is adjacent by hypotenuse, cos B is given already, so 13 5s are how much? 65. 13 5s are 65. So you can cancel these two, but if you cancel this one, then you go for LCM method. So you see the denominator before you go for cancellation. You see the denominator of the first term and second term both are same only. No, so no need to go for applying the cancellation rule. So just we have to multiply 12 4s are how much? 48. That is minus 48 minus into minus plus 5 3s are 15. So just you have to subtract and find out, write down that answer. Clear? This is very simple. Subtract and 65. If it is possible, divide and write. Otherwise, you can leave it as it is. Likewise, you have to find out sin A minus B. You know sin A minus B formula. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Use the formula. Already we found what is sin A, cos B and sin B. So not necessary to find out further more than these two ratios. Just you have to write down the formula by referring the page number 131 and write the formula and substitute the values like this. You will get answer. Clear? So subtract and write. Complete this part yourself. 8 minus 5 is 3. 4 minus 1 is 33. That is minus 33 by 65. It is not divisible by any table. So just you have to leave it as it is. Clear? The same sum, we have the third subdivision tan A minus B. Tan A minus B. Formula is tan A minus tan B over 1 plus tan A tan B. So this is the formula for tan A minus B. Tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. So this is the formula for tan A minus B. Refer the formula, the page number 131. So by find the values of tan A minus B, you must know what is tan A and tan B. So first you have to find out tan A from the diagram. So what is the formula? Opposite by adjacent. What is opposite side? 3. 3 by 4. That's all. Here A comes under first quadrant, all the ratios are positive, so no need to write that introduce negative sign. Whereas here tan B, what is the formula? Opposite by adjacent. What is opposite side? 5 by 12. Here tan B lies in which quadrant? Third quadrant. In third quadrant, which one is positive? Tan positive, therefore no need to write minus sign. But whereas in the previous case, you introduce minus sign because that is cos. Cos positive only on which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Sin is positive on which quadrant? Second quadrant. But B is false on third quadrant. In third one tan positive, therefore no need to write minus sign. Because B comes under which quadrant? Third quadrant. In third quadrant, angle B, that is tan B, tan theta and its reciprocal cot theta is always positive. Therefore no need to write minus sign. So just you have to substitute tan A 3 by 4 minus 5 by 12 over 1 plus 3 by 4 into 5 by 12. Just to simplify, this will go how many times? 4 times. 3 by 4 minus 5 by 12 by 1 plus 5 by 16. Clear? So now you have to simplify the denominator separately and the numerator separately by taking LCM or whatever the cross multiplication that is your wish. Just you have to simplify, you will get answer. I am taking the LCM of the numerator or denominator of this numerators. 4 into 12, that is 12 is the LCM. 4 will go how many times in 12? 3 times. So 9 minus 5 over here by 1. So 16 is the LCM. So 16 plus 5 by 16. Clear? So what will be the answer? 9 minus 4 is 4 by 12 into you take reciprocal in the denominator 16 by 11. 16 by 21. So just you simplify, you will get answer. Clear? So this you have to work it out and try to simplify and find out the answer. So you simplify yourself. So just I take the LCM of both numerator and denominator. So I got answers. So just you have to simplify by using that 4 table. 4 this are 12 and you simplify, you will get answer. It's very easy. You have to remember some basic concept what you studied already in the smaller classes. Now sum number 4, it is very easy. Cos A is given, cos B is given. You have to prove that A minus B, that is cos A is given how much? 13 by 14. Cos B is given 1 by 7, where A and B are acute angle, which means both are false on which quadrant? First quadrant. Less than 90 degrees is called what? Acute angle, that you studied in the lower classes. Therefore, it is given already A and B are acute angle, therefore, it is comes under first quadrant. Whatever the ratio you have to find, it will comes only what? In first quadrant. There is no need to introduce the negative sign because all the ratio falls on first quadrant, depends upon the given informations. Now you have to find out, prove that A minus B is equal to pi by 3. That's the question. A minus B is equal to pi by 3. There are 3 possibilities. Either you can take cos on both sides. Clear? I am just explain it. So A minus B is equal to pi by 3. I am taking cos on both sides. Cos pi by 3 is how much? 60. Cos 60 is how much? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Clear? You can take sin also on both sides. Sin 60. What is the sin 60? Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. You can take tan also on both sides. Tan A minus B, tan 60 is root 3. Clear? Tan 60 is root 3. So, you can prove this result. You have to show that result is equal to pi by 3. 3 possibilities. You take cos or sin or tan. Clear? When if you simplify the left side by using that formula cos A minus B formula or sin A minus B formula or the last one, your right side answer should be in terms of 1 by 2 or root 3 by 2 or root 3. So if you use cos A minus B formula, after replacing that these values in this formula, when the final answer is 1 by 2, then you have to say that is leads to which degree? Pi by 3. Reverse process. So you have to prove the left side answer is equal to right side answer. Clear? So there is 3 possibilities. You can solve the problem by using cos A minus B, sin A minus B formula or tan A minus B formula. By using these any one of these 3 combinations, you must find out what is sin A, sin B. If you use the last formula, you have to find out tan A, tan B. Are you clear now? So you have three formula. All these two formula, this depends on combination of sin A, sin B, cos A, cos B. So you must find out sin A from this information, sin B from this information. To use the third formula, you must find tan A from the first information, tan B from the second information. After that, just you have to replace all these values in the respective formulas, you will get the required answer. Clear? So now I am using, so your wish. Here I am going to take tan A minus B. That is very simple for me. So I am taking tan A minus B formula. I prove that answer is equal to exactly how much? Root 3. Clear? If you want to use sin, you can use sin A minus B formula also, or cos A minus B formula also. Clear? So if you want to find cos, if you use cos A minus B formula, you have to find sin A from this information, sin B from this next information by draw the right angle triangle. Just now we did in the sum number 3. Follow sum number 3 and proceed, you will get answer. Clear? So here we go, A, B, C. What is the formula for cos A? Cos A is adjacent by hypotenuse. So this is adjacent side, 13, this is 14. So for that, here it is given B. So A, B, C. This is what? Again adjacent by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side? This is 90 degree. So hypotenuse is 7, adjacent is 1. So based on this information, you have to find out opposite sides. Find tan A, you will get answers. So 14 square is how much? 14 square. 14 squares are how much? 196. 13 square is how much? 169. Subtract. What about here? 49 minus 1 will give you 48. You cannot take for this for 48, it is not a perfect square number. Therefore, you cannot take straight away the square root, but you can rewrite 48 into the square number into non-square number, that is 16. 16 3s are how much? 48. So take square root, you get 4 root 3. So this is 4 root 3. This process you learned already 9th standard. Clear? So now you subtract this one 7. What about this one? 8, 2. So 27. Just you have to add and see. 14 square is 196. 13 square is 169. So if you want to find out other than hypotenuse, you have to subtract. When you subtract, you will get 196 minus 169, you will get 27. You check whether it is correct or wrong. 9 plus 7 is 16, remainder 1, 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 1 9. So your answer is correct. Now again you have to replace square number into non-square number. 9 3s are 27. So 3 root 3. So answer is 3 root 3. Clear? So this is the easiest way to find out. This doesn't carry marks, I am telling you. Just for your understanding purpose I did. So now you have to find out, because I started to find out, I am using only the tan A minus B formula. If you want to use other two formulas, you find out according to that formula that what are going to use. Now I am using only tan A formula, for which I need tan A. Tan A is opposite by adjacent. What is your opposite side? 3 root 3 by 13. Then you have to find out tan B from this side. So tan B is equal to opposite by adjacent. What is your opposite side? 4 root 3 by adjacent is 1. Now tan A minus B is equal to tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. Just you have to replace in the place of tan A, in the place of tan B, and started to simplify, you will get answer. Clear? So what is the tan A? Tan A we found 3 root 3 by 13. What is the tan B? Tan B is 4 root 13 by 1, so root 3 by 1. over 1 plus 3 root 13 by, just you have to so you simplify, you will get answer. If it is root 3, you simplify yourself. Tan 60 is how much? Root 3. So if you simplify this entire thing by taking LCM or cross multiplication, when the result is root 3, then you have to write tan, it is proved a minus b is equal to pi by 3. Instead of taking the tan a, tan b, you can take even cos a minus b formula, sin a minus b formula. Depends upon the requirement for this formula, you have to find out here sin a, there cos b by using that formula, that is opposite by hypotenuse for both the cases. You can use that formula also, you will get same answer. Clear? This you have to simplify yourself and find whether you will get root 3 or not. That is very, very important. Now we will go to the sum number 5. Sum number 5, 2, it is given 2 tan 80 degree is equal to tan 85 degree minus tan 5 degree. Clear? So here I am taking, so tan 80 degree can be replaced by tan 85 minus 5. Sir, why you are using, sir? You can replace 80 by 100 minus 20, or 80 can be replaced by 5 plus 30. So many possibilities of getting 80 degree. So you may wondering that why we are taking only 85 minus 5. Clear? So normally everybody have a doubt why the mask is taking only 85 minus 5 instead of 100 minus 80 or 50 plus 80 or 60 plus 20. There are so many possibilities, even 180 minus 100. Why we are not taking these type of combinations by solving this problem? Why we need to take only 85 minus 5? The reason is very simple. See the right hand side. What you want to prove? You have to prove that the right hand side in terms of only 85 and 5. When the right hand side is in terms of 50 and 30 or 120, you can take these possibilities. So depends upon the right hand side. What I have to prove? This I need. So depends upon the right hand side. I am replacing 80 by 85 minus 5. Are you clear? So when the right hand side in terms of tan 100 minus tan 20, then I have to replace the given angle 80 in terms of what? 100 minus 20. When the right hand side like tan 50 minus tan 30 or plus 30, if it is given in terms of 50 and 30, then I have to replace this 80 by what? 50 plus 30. So depends upon the right hand side, you have to take any one of these two combinations. So in the right hand side is given only 85 minus 5 in the right side, therefore I am replacing 80 by 85 minus 5 instead of these combinations. So this is, don't think that this is only possibilities to replace 80 like 85 minus 5, not like that. Depends upon the right side, you have to select. Clear? When the right side information is given in terms of 180 minus 100, then you have to replace 80 by only 180 minus 100. Depends upon the right side, you have to split the given angle with any combination like this. Clear? Now tan A minus B, this is in terms of what? Tan A minus B. What is the formula to find tan A minus B? Tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. Clear? So in the place of A, what is given? 85. So tan 85 minus tan 5 by 1 plus tan 85 into tan 5. Clear? So I got now tan 85 minus tan 5 over 1 plus tan 85 into tan 5. So I am taking this because I need only the numerator alone. So I transfer the denominator to the left side. So already we have tan 80. So tan 80 into 1 plus tan 85 degree into tan 5 degree is equal to tan 85 minus tan 5 degree. This I am replacing. One plus tan 85 into this I can replace like 90 minus 85 is equal to if you subtract these to 90 minus 85 you will get what? 5. So tan 90, so I told you already, just remember the exercise number 1, 4.1, if you subtract that 90 plus or minus or 270 plus or minus, tan will become cot will become tan. So by using that concept, I got 1 plus tan 85 into cot 85 degree is equal to tan 85 degree minus tan 5 degree. This is the formula. This is studied already in exercise number 4.1. So cot and tan will be reciprocal to each other. When I cancel, I got only 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. So 2 tan 80 degree is equal to tan 85 degree minus tan 5 degree. Hence the proof. So depends upon the right side, you have to express 80 in terms of 80 minus 5 or some other combinations. Clear? So sum number 6, just like the sum number 3 that you will take in as homework, we will go to sum number 7. The sum number 6 is similar to sum number 3. So do it at home, you will go to the sum number 7. It is given A plus B is equal to 45 degree. You are asked to prove that 1 plus tan A 1 plus tan B is equal to 2. And you are asked to find out the values of tan 22 half degree. This is the question mark. Clear? So it is given only A plus B equal to 45, but you are asked to show that the result as 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B is equal to 2. So here you cannot apply like sum number 4, because it is given very clearly, your answer should be in terms of what? Tan A and tan B. Your answer should be in terms of what? Tan A, tan B. Therefore, you are supposed to take tan on both sides. You are not allowed to take sin or cos. If you want to take sin and cos, you can do it, but you have to divide both result, then only you will get sin by cos, tan. Clear? So tan A you studied already. Tan A is equal to how much? Sin A by cos A. So if you take sin on both sides, you simplify. Then you take cos on both sides, you simplify. Then finally divide both, the answer will get tan A. So that is longer method. So instead of go for that sin and cos, you straight away take tan A, because we have tan A plus B formula. So once we have formula, no need to go for sin and cos. So straight away you take tan on both sides, you will get tan A plus B is equal to tan 45 degree. Clear? So tan A plus B, what is the formula to find tan A plus B? Tan A plus tan B over 1 minus tan A, tan B is equal to tan 45 is how much? 1. Just you go for cross multiplication. Take the denominator of the left side to the right hand side. So tan A plus tan B is equal to 1 minus tan A, tan B. Bring tan A, tan B, that term to the left side, you will get tan A plus tan B plus tan A, tan B is equal to what? Here you are supposed to take any one as a common factor. So I cannot take common factor straight away. So I am adding 1 on both sides for my simplifications. It is not a concept that you have to add always one after the steps for all the problems. For my understanding, that is for my simplification, I need the result as 2 on the right side. So I am adding 1 on both sides. Then will we get 1 plus 1 how much? 2. So based on the concept, I am adding 1 on both sides. Because I cannot write the 3 terms into the factor, 2 factor. That is not possible. If you have 4 terms, then you can write easily into 2 factors. That's what you did in factorization. In factorization, you are splitting the middle term into 2. So x square, x and constant. If there is 4 terms, it will be very easy for us to write the factors. See, I need only factor. So I supposed to have how many terms? 4 terms, for which I have to add 1 on both sides. 1 plus 1. Now I got how many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it will be very easy for me to simplify. So I am keeping the tan A plus this one as it is. Then I am taking tan B is common factor of these 2 terms. Tan B 1 plus tan A is equal to how much? 2. Now 1 plus tan A, 1 plus tan A is a common factor. So 1 plus tan A, when I am taking 1 plus tan A outside, what will be the remainder? 1. 1 plus tan A is outside, what is the remainder? Tan B. So 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B is equal to how much? 2. So this is my required answer. I proved one result. Clear? So why I need to add 1 on both sides? The reason is very simple. If there is 3 terms, you cannot factorize. That you learned only in the 8th standard. For example, x square minus 5x plus 6. Is it not possible to factorize straight away? How will it? You are splitting the middle number. That is minus 3x minus 2x plus 6. See, you see how many terms are there? 4 terms. By using the 4 terms, we are factorizing, we will get 2 factor. The same concept you have applied over here also. Here I have only 3. So I am not able to find out the factor. So I am adding 1 on both sides. 1 plus 1 is 2. By adding 1 to this side, it will be very easy for me to get the required answer. So I got 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B is equal to 2. Now you have to prove that value for tan 22 half degree. So you have to find out tan 45 degree value by using the same formula. You have to use the same formula and find out the values of tan 45. From there you have to apply the factorization method, you will get answer. So remaining part of the questions we will see in the next class. Thank you boys, we will see the next class.